This is an introduction video for you for the exploration on area of regular polygons. So you received this paper, and you can see in that I have labeled what the radius is, an apothem, which is our new word. I told you here that the apothem is the perpendicular distance from the center of a regular polygon to a side. It's the distance from a point to a side. And we have polygons inscribed in a circle, and you're going to see these. On the computers in the computer lab, you're going to open up Geo 11.4 Exploration. And when you look down here, there are little tabs down at the bottom for you to look at different polygons. I'm going to do the square with you, and then you're going to be assigned one of the other figures to do. So I just wanted to work through the square with you so you could see how to measure everything. So I need to measure the radius. And if I look, the radius is just like it would be from a circle. It goes from the center to the edge of the circle. So I'm going to, show toolbox. I lost that for a second. I'm going to go over here, and that's the segment tool over here, and I'm just going to click on, that's a radius, so I need to make that first. In the picture I have 2 radii drawn. You can draw those if you want. You don't really need 2 radii. For the apothem, it's the perpendicular distance. So similar to when we use GeoGebra, you're going to want to keep clicking in open space to deselect everything. I'm going to click on the center. That's what I want the perpendicular line to go through. And I'm going to click on segment CD. That's what I want it to be perpendicular to. So notice these are the only 2 things highlighted right now. I'm going to go up to the top of the computer screen to where it says construct, and I'm going to say a perpendicular line. Now, an apothem is a segment. So I'm just going to make sure I put a point, and see how I clicked on the point over here at the intersection right here. That's going to help me later. And now I have all the different items I need. We're going to measure. So I'm going to go back to my selection tool over here, click an empty space so that everything is off. So I would like to measure from C to this point. I clicked on each of the points. I'm going to go to measure distance. You'll see right up here, it told me. Now this is a little confusing because this has it called A, so maybe I'll call it O or something different. So I don't mix it up with that A. So now I know CO, or my radius, is 6.68. For the apothem, again, I'm in my selection tool. I'm going to click an empty space to deselect everything. My apothem is this distance here. So I click on the 2 points, I go to measure, and I have distance. And again, I don't like this one being called C, so you can call it something else. X or whatever you want it to be. Okay, so OX, this is my apothem right here. And for my side length, the side of the square, again, I'm going to go point to point. I'm going to measure distance, and now I have a side length. And the last one you're going to need is the circumference of the circle. That I can just click on the circle, go to measure, and there it is, circumference. And let me just double check. And the area of the polygon and the area of the circle. If you look on the last page, there is all sorts of different pieces for you. So I have many of the things, and now I need to do area. For the area of a circle, it's easy. You just click on the circle again. We're going to click area. There's the area of the circle. For the square, it's a little difficult. We're going to click on the 4 points. Because right now, the computer does not recognize that as a shape. And so I clicked on the 4 points in an order, like around, don't zigzag. I'm going to go to construct quadrilateral interior. So again, that was construct and quadrilateral. So I clicked on each of the 4 points, and then I went to construct quadrilateral interior. Now it recognizes it as a quadrilateral. So I'm going to click an empty space to deselect. I'm going to click there, and I'm going to say measure, and look, it tells me perimeter. Yes, thank you, computer. And click in the quadrilateral measure area. Well done. So you can fill all of these into your table right here. So I have the radius, that is OC. I have little a is the apothem, that's OX in mine. You can write that right here. For S, that's the side length, which is CD. There it is right there. Capital C is for circumference. I have that right here. I think I forgot to do P. Perimeter of the figure is right here. Area of the polygon right here. And area of the circle is here. So now you are going to be assigned one of these other figures. You're going to follow these steps. You can have the video in the background if you can't remember what to do. And again, that last page has shortcuts. And you're going to find all the measurements, the radius, the apothem, the side length, the perimeter, the circumference, the area of the polygon, and the area of the circle for one of these other figures. And copy them down. And then you're going to work in your groups so you can share information to get your tables completed, and then work together to answer the questions. Okay.